All right, guys. Yeah, I'm getting excited because we are almost done. This is Leo's reading. Oh, King of Wands. This is Leo's reading, and then we're doing Capricorn, Aries, and then Gemini. So make sure to watch other ones. This is not always about just love relationships. This could be a business relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be whatever you want it to be. Relationships are geared to help us learn more about ourselves. So make sure you watch all the other, readings if you like, and cross watch. This one tried to jump out and then it kind of went back in, so I'm just going to take it, guys. So this is how Leo feels about Aries. Now remember, in relationships, we often mirror our partners, so energy is fluid, meaning that this could be how they feel or this could be how you feel. Take it as it resonates. Don't make it make sense. Don't take what I say in left field. This is a general reading, okay? So if you want a detailed personal reading, do a personal reading. Otherwise, if it's yours, take it as it resonates and leave the rest, okay? So this is how Leo feels about Aries. You guys are both fire signs. So this is fire and fire, and this is why the King of Wands came out, which I am not surprised. This is fire, and this is somebody who has, a lot of attainment, success in this element, which is both of your elements, okay? So this is controlling appetites and passions. This is Leo's card, but it's also your element, okay? So Leo feels best when in control, feels most at home with people who are resilient and display a strong and honest spirit. Better else than that, right? Don't beat around the bush with the King of Wands. He prizes authenticity and the truth above all things. So you both have this aspect of you. And that's probably why Leo is so, this relationship is going on, because you guys both think the same way. You feel the same way. You both have the same attributes as each other, right? So that's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Like I said, fire and fire, So here's the Five of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles represents anything in our physical material world. This is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn energy. Now, fives on the Tree of Life are testing, severity, right? Judgment. But this is what's needed because this is what helps us grow. So Leo may be feeling emotionally, well, not emotionally depleted, but do you see this card? It's like these two people are like left out in the cold. They might feel like maybe not left out in the cold about something, but they might not feel totally like they're involved in something with you, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not in reverse. So it can indicate like maybe an absence of physical affection, which is kind of crazy because fire and fire. But somebody might be too tired or may feel depleted or struggling with a health issue that's been like maybe interrupting this relationship. So this person, like, if that's what's going on, somebody might need self-care, okay? Also could be like a fear of rejection too as well. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Like I said, it's going to be different for everybody, okay? So it also could be like it warns of one partner not being completely self-sufficient or financially or emotionally. So that could also be affecting the relationship. It also could, when this happens, it could manifest into a needy relationship dynamic where one partner uses guilt or head games to secure their emotional needs. So it warns you to make sure that you're not coming off like somebody who's needy for affection, or if they're coming off as needy for affection, that's why. Okay, so it's because somebody might not feel self-sufficient financially or emotionally in this, okay? So that's when we come off as needy, to try to fuel that void, right? So keep that in mind, okay? Maintain your dignity and know your worth. Both, clearly both, right? So this is why, because a fire and a fire, right? This is like, who's tougher? I'm not saying that, like, in a relationship it should be equal and nobody's better than anybody ever. So, but what I'm saying is with how strongly your guys' personalities are. It's kind of like the jousting is like, you guys are mirroring each other, and just how do you fight fire with fire? You know what I'm saying? So don't think of it as fighting. Don't do that at all. But what I'm saying is it's that's what could be causing this, okay? So remember, we're all equal here. Everybody brings something great to a relationship, and the passion between, you two has got to be off the chain. So if that's lacking, there's got to be a reason why. So get to the bottom of it, okay? Find out why. You're a leader. You are very disciplined, right? But be vulnerable, okay? Because that's why we're in relationships. You have to show emotion, right? And the strength card, the thing about a Leo is that, these are beasts right here, raw, like fire. And how do they tame this wild beast? With their loving, calming nature, right? The inner strength of them. They're actually, like, so instead of fighting fire with fire, they use their inner strength and they fight it with water, which are emotions, right? So what I'm saying is that it's hard to take the high road in things. And with fire and fire, this dynamic has got to be off the chain, but also conflicting, right? Because there's two things that are so similar. So it might be making somebody feel less than, okay? So keep in mind that you guys are equals, right? And communicate when you need to, and be open, like, be able to express your feelings. If you're not, try to figure out how you can do that, because you have to have emotions and feelings in a relationship. Otherwise, there's no point. And relationships, we strive on human connection, because we're born alone and we die alone. So that's why we crave human connection, right? And being emotionally available is how we it's nurturing, right? And if you're not emotionally available, then that person, you are not going to be giving that person what they need. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. I apologize for all the notifications. I do post my readings on social media, so people get them and then they, reply to that. So I do apologize for that. But anyways, anywho, this is life, and everything is, happens. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles are earth signs. So the queens are like, they're good at something specific, right? So in Pentacles, this is reverse now. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this is Capricorn. So this is playing the hand that you were dealt. Now in reverse, Leo might feel overly anxious about present or future in future, like they feel overly anxious about situations, right, in the present or in the future. So they may need time and space to calm down before they are able to communicate with you. So keep that in mind, okay? They might need to take themselves out of a situation and think about things before they actually communicate. So don't take that personal, okay? And that's so that they can communicate with you sensibly and in a sensible way, so it makes sense, okay? So save the discussion for later if a person feels agitated or worried or stressed. Like I said, fire and fire. Like this has got, relationships teach us about ourselves. So if anybody was ever going to do that, it's going to be a Leo with an Aries. You see what I'm saying? So if they need to stop and take a break before a conversation, don't take that personal, and don't, well, I want to talk about it right now. Let them take a moment, okay? Because if somebody is agitated or worried or stressed, things are going to be said that maybe shouldn't be said, because it's all be like said out of emotion and not so much reason or logic, okay? So just know that they really want you guys to know that. So this is going to be messages from Spirit. So this is to you, messages to you, Aries, about the relationship with Leo. Okay, now like I said, take it as it resonates, guys. Leave the rest. Any messages for Aries about the relationship with Leo? Like I said, it doesn't have to be love. A relationship doesn't have to be anything, guys. Just take it however you want to take it. This is just guidance. Like I said, everybody has free will. So that's why I cannot predict the future. And nobody can predict the future because today you go left and tomorrow you can go right. So this is the energies that everybody is in right now. Well, 2 stubborn fire signs. No, I was kidding. There we go. 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay, makes sense. Doesn't mean that this is, oh, the relationship's over. That's not what this means. These tarot cards are it's how we decide to take them, okay? And I'll explain them very simply. The messages, okay? None of these are ever literal. There's never yes or no. It's never the way it is. So 2 of Cups. Cups represents feelings, emotions, relationships. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is 2. Balance, partnerships, right? It's in reverse, guys. Venus and Cancer. So this is like an unhealthy relationship that is consuming you, disharmony, or even a break. Here's the thing, because it's so fiery, right? These 2 people are sharing a cup. Now, these 2 people have to be reciprocating and giving. You have to be giving and taking. So if one person is constantly giving and the other one is constantly taking, somebody's cup is going to run dry. What happens? In our human nature, we need to be like fuel, like food, right? If somebody's not emotionally available and somebody else is, they're giving you all their emotion and they're not getting anything in return. They're depleted. They're thirsty. They're hungry. What happens? We need to survive. So they will go out in a third source and get that replenishment. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go cheat. That's not what I said. So like I said, don't take what I say into left field. Being replenished could be anything on their own, or a friend, a child, something that will fuel their, or nutrient, like feed their soul, okay? So it doesn't necessarily mean, I'm not saying that they're going to cheat. That's not what I'm saying. But it'll be an outer influence of being able to replenish this person because they're not being replenished by you, okay? They could be loved by a parent, they could be loved by a child, they could be loved by themselves. Even if that means taking themselves out of this relationship in order to self-love, to refill back up their cup, okay? That's what I'm saying. So keep that in mind, okay? If you are the giver, you cannot be a people pleaser because you're not getting anything back in your cup. If you are the taker, remember, if you like that, what you're drinking, you need to replenish that cup that is feeding you. Otherwise, you're not going to get any either, and you both lose. See what I'm saying? So, in order for a relationship to work, there has to be equal reciprocating. Otherwise, the cups are going to run dry. And cups are emotions, feelings, relationships, remember? You have to nutrients this relationship for it to work. Now, the Star card in reverse, this is healing. This is like she's bringing back to life something that has been, not like replenishing something that is dry. So this is Temperance. This is 14, I'm sorry, but 4 plus 1 is 5, right? So in reverse, it's the urge to escape or don't want to take the heat, okay? Or don't want to see what happens. This is like, and this is a burden right here. So, I mean, you guys, this is getting out. If you want this relationship to work, basically, there needs to be healing, okay? Don't give up. I mean, unless you want this relationship to give up, because now it's become a burden, right? And it's a fire and fire, so now might be too intense, right? So, wands are your guys' energy, and tens are the bottom, so then it goes right back up to the top. So, this is Saturn, which is karma. Sagittarius is, like air, like Sagittarius is like, not impulsive, but how can I say this? Sagittarius is like, like the arrows and like, so, I don't know how to say it, but it's like this card is like the Lord of Oppression, okay? So there's a burden here, or somebody may feel an actual responsibility that they feel, but they did this on their own, okay? They caused this on their own. They're carrying these wands on their own accord, meaning that if you feel burdened or they feel burdened, somebody needs to ask for help, okay? Because you don't need to carry these wands by yourself. You're in a relationship with somebody. So these 2 people should be carrying this burden together, okay? You guys are a team. You're not opponents. But somebody also can't read your mind, or you can't read their mind, so there needs to be communication here, okay? Communicate, like, hey, this load is getting heavy. I need some help with it. And if they get defensive right away, and you like, that's why I don't want to talk to them, so you don't talk. I mean, come on, round and round we go. There's got to be a break somewhere. There's got to be some kind of difference or some kind of like clarity that something needs to change. Okay. So the Four of Wands in reverse. So wands are you guys' energy. Fours are. So this is Venus and Aries energy. This is your card. This is in reverse. So Lord of Perfected Work. So this is either a personal celebration, like one person, not two, or inner harmony, conflict with others, or transition. Okay? Take it as it resonates. Now, the Death card in reverse is a Scorpio energy. You had a lot of Scorpio in a lot of your readings, probably because of that eclipse, right? So the Death card in reverse. So this might be someone who's afraid of change or somebody who won't close that door for another one to open. I'm not saying break up. That's not what I said. I said something needs to end so that something can begin. So meaning that you need to close the door, maybe even on this burden, right? So this is Pluto and Scorpio. So this is resistance to change, inner purging, delay to an ending, depression, or not an end. Take it as it resonates, right? Here's Temperance. That's Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius in this? So Temperance is 14. So 1 and 4 is 5. And there seems like there's a lot of that. So it's like conflict testing, judgment. So this is like you need to find a balance. Excuse me. You need to find that balance, right? Moderation, patience, purpose, keeping your tempers leveled, emotions, finding a flow, a purpose, higher learning, and taking the middle path. Okay? There's two people in this relationship. That's hard because you have a masculine and a feminine. Whether it's male, male, female, female, male, female, that's irrelevant. There's a masculine energy and a feminine energy that are two polar opposites. In order for those two polar opposites to be able to exist in one world, one life, you have to find that middle path, right? You have to. That's the whole point of a relationship. You have to have all aspects of yourself in, meaning be emotional, be, be emotional feelings, care about what they feel, and it has to be reciprocating, right? You have to find that middle path, guys. And with fire, it's would be really hard, but it's very, honorable, because if you take the easy path all the time, there's no risk, and there's no courage. And do you see what I'm saying? So I really idolize this kind of relationship, even though it's hard. But that's what it's all about. We're learning more about ourselves, right? Who better to do that than somebody from a fire and fire? That's pretty awesome. So here's your how they feel about you reading, Aries. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love and light, guys.